players a Dungeon Master story. Temporary name, so we can come up with something better, although that might become the permanent name, and then you guys are fucked. But let me catch everybody up. So this is a kind of meshed together group of Kogar, who are barbarian, which is like my very good player, and he's been here since the beginning. But basically, we went through the Mines of Phandelver campaign, which is not important right now. We went through a one-shot where he and some of his friends killed a vampire, but at the moment, we are running the Tyranny of Dragons campaign. So the party has just, more like they were walking along the road following a map they had gained from the Lost Mines of Phandelver campaign when they spotted fires coming from a nice little town that they expected to be able to rest at. But instead, they found upon it a swarm of dragon cultist raiders. They drove them out eventually after a not really hard fight, more like a gruesome one, on the part of the players, because they're but last session we gained a lot of new players and introduced them to the game, and you guys will introduce yourselves after I'm done doing my bit. But they have currently infiltrated the Dragon Cultist camp, and they have several animal companions, which I'll let you guys introduce along with yourselves. So let's start from the top of the list. Tay, go ahead and do your character and all that stuff.
Oh, okay. So I play Sella, the gnome rogue, and I have convinced and charmed a lot of people to come along with our party on our adventure. I have a rat named Remy, because I panicked, and Ratatouille, and a kobold who is missing one eye that we just brought in, and his name is Mud.
Okay, hold on. I don't know why it's doing this. Okay.
You okay?
Bagel. Sarah, you're up next. Sorry, I didn't realize who was up next.
All right.
Editing.
So I'm Bagel Sasame, and I am a Dragonborn Paladin.
She's also the thankful patron of our recording, so if she's a little louder to somebody else, the rest of you guys, than us, that's because she's hosting the recording, that is. Okay, next up to introduce themselves is Volan.
Alright, I'm Volan. I am a half-orc, Volan a half-orc bard, ready to seduce everything and anything. Current scores have been 4 lizard men who then killed 4 other lizard men, a wife and mother of 3, Linan, and a dragon, with the help of my gnome friend, Scylla.
The dragon was fun.
Oh, yes.
Basil.
Oh, my. My character's name is Noctis. He's a half-elf. He's royalty, but got kicked out of his kingdom. He's a monk. He's just chill.
And Kogar.
Kogar,
Oh, no.
human, the barbarian, slayer of all, friend of no one.
Except for Goblin Friend.
Except for Goblin Friend, which I've acquired through beating the shit out of.
That's not exactly how it happened, but basically. Alright, I believe everybody has been introduced, and besides that, I believe that we're ready to start. So is the recording still going?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Just double checking. I've had horrible experiences with that in the past.
I'm not too sure what grade it is, but also, I want to say that my mom doesn't know I'm here, so if my mom walks in, she's going to get really mad at me. So
Oh, no.
just, prepare for that.
Same.
And I might just have to, slam down my computer really fast.
Understandable.
Understandable.
Cool. So, yeah. If it just, stops from me, it'll be because that.
That'll be disappointing, but hopefully we won't have that problem as soon as I get home from Louisiana. Okay, so you guys are in the middle of the camp. Let's say that Roland has, as you guys are walking along, you see Roland wrestling in the bushes. Because,
Why am I
stepping
in
up
the
to get past everybody else.
You could
Because
be outside
I want-
by the wagon with me and that other dude.
No, you snuck in because I like it that way. Sorry.
Okay, with
I should-
Roland? Roland in the
She
bush?
snuck in to follow the rest of you, and you guys spot her. So, Roland, yeah.
I kind of just wave at them, hey guys, it's me.
Nolan, is that... Yes, how did you get in here?
Very quietly, surprisingly.
How did you blend in at all?
You see, the purple of my skin is very good for hiding the shadows, despite my stature
Understandable.
and my amazing looks.
So we tried to get into the tent of some of the higher ups, but that didn't quite work out. They kicked us out, but they didn't escort us out of camp. So we're still in here. That's good at least. We left Kogar outside.
Understandable.
Okay, I have a very bad idea, but it might work to try to get in the tent. I want to try to set a tent on fire in an attempt to distract everyone else. Is everyone for that?
I have a tinderbox.
Me too.
Let's do it.
Cool.
Oh god.
How would we play that out? Would we just walk up to a tent? Would it have to do with sleight of hand or something?
You guys would probably have to do either a stealth or a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
Stealthily light up a tent in order to create a distraction. So whoever wants to do it, go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm pretty good at that.
Yeah, I'm not very good, so...
Let's see. Let's not get me killed. Oh, that's a 3 plus 6. That's a 9.
Can I try?
So, yeah, I would hope so.
That's a 5. With
10 with
disadvantage?
my dexterity modifier.
Okay, it's a 5.
Off to a great start.
Oh.
Well, guys, Cella's gonna die.
It was nice
2018
knowing
to
you.
2018.
Fantastic.
A good run, though.
Please don't kill off Stella.
Stella, she sneaks behind one of the human or kobold tents.
Kobold tent.
Okay, well,
They don't like
You-
kobolds here. I've learned that.
all right. You sneak behind one and you begin lighting it on fire. You successfully sneak away but you successfully sneak away, and before long, you can see that there's a blaze sprouting from this tent.
Oh, hey, that worked.
And you can see kobolds screeching, jumping around, panicking, basically. But most of the cultists don't seem to care, especially not the honor guard.
Damn, they hate kobolds too much. Are there any cultists moving to put out this fire?
Actually, no, and that is the downfall. One of these tents is actually fairly close to the brush,
Ooh. Oh no.
and so it just begins spreading like a wildfire over the entire camp.
So the entire camp's basically in flames, and everyone's just looking at it and like, yep,
Basically,
that happened.
the first area is almost completely in flames.
Great.
And of course,
Now I
people
feel
are
bad.
actively trying to put this out, but it will take them. It will take them a little bit since they don't have a very available source of information to tell. But I'm gonna say, if you guys want to do stuff now, you would have advantage on certain checks, such as
Yeah, we can try sneaking back into the main tent.
Cella's like questioning some life decisions right now. Like that worked, but definitely not in the way intended.
Can I give Stella a high five, like unintentionally helping us?
She unenthusiastically accepts.
Yay.
Bullen gives kind of like a thumbs up.
And
What did
Mudge
you
just
want to do?
looks at me disapprovingly.
He'll remember that.
Okay, so it looks like the fire is starting to go down. What would you probably like to do?
Try to get back to the main tent.
You guys go back to the main tent, and it looks as if maybe like one of the honor guard was sent to go help, but the rest of them are definitely still standing there.
Is everyone
Yeah,
else
that's not wise.
is everyone else distracted by the fire?
Most of the camp, yes.
So like if we accidentally killed this guy, would they come and try to kill us, or would they not realize it?
Depends on how fast they put out the fire.
Okay.
Probably just the fire.
I don't suggest murder. Not in
it's
this
like-
situation.
Swathing over the first part of the camp, like a mouth, but it's obviously beginning to go down. They're getting enough people and bringing enough water. The fire's beginning to go.
I have an idea. Can I take my quarterstaff and like knock out the dude and take his clothes and like disguise myself as one of the honor guard?
One of the guys who is helping.
I mean, whoever's like not busy. Like, how many guards are standing at the door? If it's one, I'll just knock him out and like take his clothes.
Actually, it was like just the one that left.
So there's only one left guard. There's only one guard left, right?
No,
Yeah,
one guard
one
left to take out the.
Yep. One of them
Alright.
left the group to take out the fire.
All right. So I knock out whoever's not paying attention, and I like knock out one who's alone.
You gotta roll for that.
D20.
Yeah, you can roll for that.
I got an 11.
Okay, so... Okay, yeah, I don't think you're gonna hit anybody with that, sir. No, you're definitely not gonna hit anybody with that.
Darn.
So now one of them is actively looking at you, and he points at you and yells to the other guards, "Intruder!"
I don't know him.
Is it possible for me to like sneak to the back of the tent so I can just kind of get out of this?
Sella yells, "Yeah, intruder! Someone get him!"
I hate all of you.
I'm just backing up.
Hey, just
I dropped my bow.
Are you just disarming and surrendering at this point?
Yeah, I put my hands up and be like, "Take me to your leader." Kind of thing.
Okay, at this point though, wow, I actually didn't think this was gonna happen.
And this is why this podcast is called I Hate My Players.
Wait, what's the alignments of like all these characters, by the way? Just so we know.
I actually don't know.
Fine.
Pickle's lawful good.
I'm chaotic good, but I don't do too well at it.
I'm neutral good.
Kogar? Neutral? Really? I expect you to be very... I'm chaotic neutral.
Very chaotic.
And I've been
You
released.
seem very chaotic, Kogar.
But all of you guys, well, you guys remember that guard who recognized you earlier?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks at you. One of the honor guard guys. He looks at you and he says, "They're the adventurers from Greenest. Get them and bring them to Fuda. Fulam. Nice to play." But yeah, you get the gist of it. I fucking hate myself. Shut up.
My poor disguised kid.
Yeah, but you guys are captured, and you guys are surrounded by guards, and a few of them take your hands and attempt and start tying you up in hemp rope.
Somebody want to let out a scream?
Hey Kogar, you want to give us a hand? You were definitely right about this.
One of them covers your mouth, and so you can't scream anymore.
Kogar hear it.
Do they take our weapons?
I don't know. Does Kogar hear it?
Kogar hears it then. If it's my decision, fuck yeah.
All right, yeah. Kogar and everybody else that was just Kogar was sitting at the thing, and you hear it. You see that there's a fire at the beginning of camp that seems to be being actively put out. What Kogar like to do?
Kogar would like to rush in head first, ignoring all danger to himself. Try to rescue.
Are you just straight sprinting?
Straight sprinting.
Are you enraged at the sight of your friends in danger?
I haven't seen my friends in danger. I heard they were in danger, though. Poor pathetic.
Damn, he's got you there.
He called us his friends, though.
This is true. But I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave you alone, Kogar, until the appropriate moment. But you guys are, as your hands are tied, the honor guard, they all grab hold of you and bring you into the tent. And
You have here.
oh my god, I honestly didn't think this was gonna happen. To be completely honest, yeah, quite basically. You guys are right inside the camp. You see that there are three leaders that seem to be much higher up. One of them is I'm thinking of him right. He's a tall man. He kind of has a shoulder pad, but like the shoulder pad extends up, it reaches around his head. He's bald, and he has a tattoo right in the middle of his forehead.
Well, you're well decorated, good sir.
He does a little.
I look at him and say, "Helen went wet."
At this point,
Actually, wait, I've made a horrible mistake. I was thinking of the wrong person. Forget that I ever said anything about that. So this person is not a man. In fact, it is a woman. A short head of black hair. She has shoulder pads more resembling the rear guard shoulder pads. She's wearing purple leather armor, and she has a wicked halberd kind of spear. She tisks at you and then immediately points to the gnome. Who are you? And wait, I gotta get a voice for her. Hold on.
Yeah, come on, put on your female voice. Come on.
I rolled a seduce.
I was gonna say, is she hot?
Yeah, me too. I want to seduce her.
No, mine.
I was gonna say, now that Basil's here, any girl we meet.
A woman like
All
that.
right,
Do
hold
not
on.
expect me to seduce her.
Oh yeah, Volan really loves purple.
That's not at all. Come on.
And
Okay,
she looked
but she
different
goes up to the
talk
nose
her. Oh,
and says, who are you? Where did you come from, and what are you doing in my camp?
so there's something tied around my mouth. I'm trying to talk against this this cloth tied around my mouth, and I'm like, well, I'd be really happy to tell you if you just let me talk in the first place.
She motions.
I'd be happy to talk to you. You just let me talk.
Yeah, one of the guards, she motions. One of the guards pulls off your, whatever it is, gag?
Yeah.
Gagged and bound.
Thank goodness.
Hot.
Man, I was really cramping my style. And, she kind of, tilts her head side to side. She goes, hi, nice to meet you. And, she kind of leans forward, in as polite of a gesture as you can make without being able to enunciate with your hands. She goes, hi, I'm Stella. How are you?
She gives you a once-over, and she estimates, from what you can tell, that she's not going to get a straight answer out of you, so she moves on to the half-orc, Bolin.
I was just starting.
Well, I knew you were probably going to bullshit her, so I just want to skip that.
You're right.
But,
does Bolin have a gag too?
No, it was just her because she was screaming.
Y'all are gagged and bound.
Bolin is like, well, you see, I came here to meet the woman of my dreams, and I think I found her.
I wanted her.
You guys actively arguing about this as you're tied up?
Yes.
He's just...
Can I roll seduction?
Somebody already
You can
rolled. I
roll
heard
the
that.
situation, yeah. But warning, probably not going to get very far.
Think fast, monk.
Well, that's what you thought with the dragon.
Nat 20, bitch.
Why?
Jesus Christ.
I got a nat 20.
Well, yeah.
You want me to roll disadvantage since I'm tied up?
No. I'll let you have some goes.
She gave you an out.
She did.
I can disadvantage. Do you want me to roll disadvantage?
I mean, there's nothing prohibiting your mouth, to be honest. But yeah, sure, roll it disadvantage. I don't want to.
You don't. Not a replay of the dragon.
I mean,
Okay.
Shit.
Well.
Okay.
13,
What did you roll?
16 in total.
God.
16 with my charisma.
So that would be a 4 for Ulam. So she's looking at you and she sizes you up. Yeah. She looks kind of interested, but it's obvious that her devotion to her group is going to overtake her affection for you.
Damn.
Very,
You could have been singing
very
beautiful, baby.
charming, but that is not what I asked. Who are you and what are you doing in my camp?
well, you
Well,
see.
I answered truthfully.
I also answered truthfully.
You said 2 words.
Okay, and you have a chance to talk to her. And I'm going to say, if you want to make any checks against her, it would be an advantage. Charisma.
Oh, me? Okay. I'm on the spot.
Yup.
Just couldn't even roll. Jeez.
Tell a good baby joke.
No.
Why would that? Bolin's still kind of giving her the seductive eye throughout all this.
Smolder.
The smolder, as
God damn it.
visualized in her rendering. And she tries to roll persuade. Can I roll persuasion?
What are you going to persuade her about?
Well, it's really tough trying to have a good conversation with you tied up like this. I feel like we could get one-on-one a lot easier and discuss this like civilized people.
Okay,
If I just-
warning.
Nipple.
You're rolling against a +4 wisdom check, so yeah, roll me persuasion.
Well, I have proficiency in persuasion.
Just do it. God damn it, that's...
And it's charisma. Well, that's a crit one.
Damn it, rats!
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I
Merry
mean,
Christmas.
oh, come on.
Right, Chrysler?
That is what I was hoping for. Okay, she moves on, and it looks like the charm is completely broken.
Shit.
And she gives you a... I'm just going to go for it. She slaps you.
Oh,
Backhand,
damn.
slap.
That's hot.
She
Go on,
takes
just
your place that you tell me what I want to know.
Well, I honestly don't know, so maybe move on.
She's starting to get angry. Warning, you guys have one more chance for something bad happens.
Okay, I kind of like get her attention. Like,
Okay, she goes over
Oh,
to
yeah.
Noctis.
like we heard about your Dragon Queen. And you're burning down villages. Well, that's not cool.
Oh no.
Chill out with that. That's great.
I was real worried that you were gonna try and join the cult again. And phew.
Okay, she goes at you and she's sizing up your story when one of the guards come over and whisper in her ear, "You ones who stopped our raid on Greenest."
Not them in particular.
Define raid and define stopped.
Is it?
are.
What if I was just no? I just wanted a date.
Yeah, same. Honestly, you're kind of attractive. Like, if we get untied, like hit it
Okay,
up.
this is not helping.
I met with
Yeah,
Leanne.
Stella's dying. Stella's
Giggle's kind of
Stella's-
amused.
dead. She has tried to make reparations with any god she thinks will listen.
So she says to one of the guards, "Take
Wait,
them up
wait,
for execution."
Damn
Too late.
Ah, damn it.
Too late. That's too late. Okay, but Ogar,
Thanks, Kogar.
you are approaching the tent when you see your friends being taken up to that little top plateau where there's another guard tower. As you guys are pushed up, you see that there is a half elf. There's a half elf hung on one of the cross stalks, and there seem to be how many of you? There's 4 or 5 more, and you guys are immediately clapped into those with manacles. Kogar, what do you want to do?
Wants to leave.
Did you say you want to leave?
Kogar wants to get on a hill, pull up a chair, and get executed.
He's only going to help at the last second.
Well, I have a question. Is there how many
Yeah.
guards are by us?
Yeah, good question. I need to
And they're like, there's probably 5.
All right, I'm in.
Hold on. Do I have
Can I
good,
roll a sleight of hand check?
No, you're tied up.
do I have good head
I've got
mobility?
thieves' tools and now I'm in manacles.
Yes.
Kogar will take the
Okay,
challenge
yes.
of 5 guards now, and I rush into attack.
I wish I knew magic. I wish I was a sorcerer.
Oh wait, I can do magic.
I can do magic. Hold on.
Also, I can do magic.
Kogar.
Oh, you can do magic. I can't. I honestly can't. You stupid.
First now.
Yeah, Kogar, you want to go up and fight them?
Sure. What?
That was fucking manly.
Kogar, blood, yes.
It's amazing.
14
That's
hit.
honest. So Kogar has successfully somehow infiltrated the camp.
No, I ran
And
from
nobody's
point A
here.
to point B. Like, the gate is the fucking...
Yeah, you just literally sprinted in and nobody noticed you somehow.
14 hit.
Oh my god. Okay, so you scale the cliff. There are currently 9 people up there. 5 of them are thread cultists, and 4 of them are guards. They're all like clamping everybody in. So if you're gonna engage in a fight, roll me initiative, Kogar.
Initiative, right. That is an initiative.
And I have to roll that.
17.
Okay, hold on. I will be right with you.
I like it when my friends can't do anything.
Okay, 17 you say?
And,
Okay, roll me a dexterity check.
okay. What is that? That's 9.
9? Okay, so you're going first.
They roll an 8.
They rolled a 7. I mean, if you guys want to roll me initiative as well, you can.
No, they're tied up. They can roll initiative when I untie them.
You can attempt to break free while tied up and cast spells.
Hold on, I'm
If
gonna
I
roll.
have manacles now,
Yeah.
I can use my. I can see if I can try and break out.
I have fire breath. I can use that. Kind of forgot I'm a dragon.
You did not mention.
Yeah, sorry about that. Have that.
You had fire breath this entire time.
Yeah, I just looked at my notes
Entire
and I'm tired. It's like 12. So, I'm gonna roll
You could
initiative.
have blown fire in her face.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
I
gonna
got
roll
a
it to
6
try to break out.
for initiative.
Initiative
Don't start
first.
breathing fire on
Initiative
our
first.
hands.
I got a 17.
Oh, okay. Everybody type it in chat.
Alright.
Oh, God.
Sorry
Okay,
about that.
I think I'm just going to simplify this.
I'm just gonna save that for posterity. That 5.
For once, I'm at the lowest roll.
Oh, my
Not the
God.
best, but I'll take it.
Heaven. Oh, God. This is a long initiative list. Jesus.
All
Okay.
100.
Jesus, I'm starting to sweat in here. Damn. Okay. Okay, so Kogar scales the cliff, and nobody's taken by surprise. Especially for this, because Kogar is actually being quite loud as he climbs up.
Totally, because somebody not in armor and somebody that's not carrying some clunky weapon scaling a cliff gracefully.
I'm not willing
It's
to
making a lot of
argue
noise.
right now. I'm not willing to argue right now. But you guys see two of the guards go for Kogar. And I'm going to say all of you, or actually Sella and Volan, roll me, both of you, a d20, just straight.
Okay. 14.
9.
Okay, so Sella, before the guards could finish fully manacling you, they left one of them fairly loose because they didn't have enough time before they had to go and get to Kogar. So you have a one loose manacle. The rest of you are pretty securely in there.
Okay. Can
Okay, so Kogar, hold on,
Yeah.
you're not up. You're not up.
Yeah, yo, what's up?
Does a 16 hit you?
16 hits me.
Okay, rolling for damage. It would be 4 damage. One of them sticks you in the shoulder with his spear. It's your turn.
My turn?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. How far away are my bound and gagged friends?
15 feet the first 3, which would include the half-elf person.
You guys want me to be a nice guy, or you guys want me to be a badass?
Wait, is there another half elf that's not me?
No.
Actually, yes, there is.
Wait, what?
In fact, the description of the monk you were looking for.
Wait, so there are two half elf monks just chilling.
Yeah, so we're looking. Oh, yeah, I forgot about Neosin for a second.
Hey,
Alright, so there are 3 in the front at 15 feet, 3 in the back at 20 feet.
so I can easily get the both of them and use both my actions. But here, you guys want me to be a nice guy or a badass? Your choice.
Be a badass.
Yeah, badass.
Alright. So how many people are in front of me attacking? Just 2? Friendly.
While this is going on, can I do a sleight of hand check to see if I can try and slowly wiggle my hand out of the one loose side?
No, why do you think I had you roll initiative? You have to wait till your turn.
Alright, cool. Good point.
Sorry.
I know how this game
my turn
works.
over.
Your turn's not over. Yeah. Oh, God.
Alright. I said frenzy. Yes, and frenzy and enraged that my teammates are such weaklings and got captured.
So that'll get 3.
So 23 on the first hit and
Hit.
What is it? 17 on the second hit.
Hit.
And that is 20 on the first. And 12 on the second. How are they looking? Are they both dead?
Okay, so 3 hit, 2 miss.
No. No.
Oh,
No, I'm
damage.
doing the frenzy because there's only 2 people, and then I rolled a 20 for damage and then a 12.
Okay, both of them are dead.
All right, I'm gonna move on to the next guy. How close is he?
No, that's your action. That's your action. You're done.
No, hey, dipshit, frenzy. That's one action. And then I get a second
don't
action.
Want to take. No, it's multi-attack. So you can add in a third attack, but you can't take another action. But unfortunately, there's no one within range of you.
There's no one within 40 feet. I can move too quickly and hit them.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, just go ahead and roll me the hit on the third guard.
That's what I thought. That's a 20. And 22 for damage.
Dead. So Kogar just comes up, swings his axe 3 times, and just completely decimates the first 3 guards. They are now down. Noctis, your turn.
Alright. So am I down or am I still tied up? Or in shackles?
You're like stuck to this cross with manacles. Basically. Like think of them as little boxes.
Alright. So I try to like finesse one of my darts out of my sack and try to pick the lock with the dart.
I mean, roll it for me. I don't know how this is gonna go.
Okay, there. Oh god, an 18.
Oh shit! All right, I'm gonna say that you successfully somehow, like, you get your back was open or something, and then you just in one swift motion, you just kind of move your hip upwards, propelling one of the darts towards your finger, and you're holding a dart.
Yeah. Pick the lock.
So if you want, yeah, you can try to lock pick it, but it would be a higher dexterity check than with a thieves' tools. But yeah, you can roll me a dexterity check to see if you unlock it.
All right. I got a 9.
Okay, yeah, you fail, but not catastrophically. So your dart is still there, but you didn't get it on your first attempt. Roland, it's your turn. Roland.
Bowling.
Sorry, I forgot I muted my mic.
Bowling.
I'm still tied up, right?
Yeah. Wait. Yeah, you're still locked into manacles.
Could I do a strength check to try and break them?
Sure.
Well, how likely would I actually be able to do that?
What's your strength modifier?
My strength modifier is +2.
Roland?
That's okay.
It's not very likely.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had a +5 modifier like mine, I think I can just do it automatically.
Well, I'm sorry, most of my modifier is in my charisma.
I mean, you can attempt it. I think that's probably your best option right now.
I'm trying to see if I have any magic that would actually help me with this. But I think I need my hands for, like, all of it.
Oh, verbal and somatic?
Hold on.
If there's a spell with just verbal components, then you can use that.
I don't have any useful ones that are like that. Jesus. Well, I could attack someone.
Just rain down fire upon them.
Ow. Oh, yeah. Hey, yeah, I mean, what are you going to do? Just tell me. You could just, honestly, I think strengthening it out is probably your best chance.
I mean, I can try it. What's it gonna hurt? Okay. Well, that's a 10.
That's you struggle, but they are nailed fairly securely to the cross itself. And I believe one of the guards is up next. He goes to attack Hogar. Yep. And that's what for me. All right, that's what I've been waiting for.
Finally, you get to do a little bit of damage on Koger rather than a minuscule amount.
14 damage. Still not that much, but he sticks you in the arm, but it basically you just don't feel it because you're in the middle of a rage. Bagel, it's your turn.
Alright. Bagel just shoots fire at them. With my fire breath, I have a 5 by 30 foot line of fire, and the creatures in area have to make a dexterity saving throw and beat 13.
Okay, yeah, sure. There's like a group of 5 cultists that you could aim that at.
Cool. Yeah, so I do it. They need to beat a 13.
Alright, 13 dexterity saving throw?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on, let me pull up their dexterity. That's +1. Oh, damn! Oh, damn! Oh, shit.
Do they get burnt crispy?
So, one of them does not make it. Go ahead and deal out the damage for me.
Okay, so for for failed save, it's 2d6. That's a 2. That's a 3, so 5 damage.
5 damage against one. Is it just straight nothing to the rest?
No, it's 1d6 on successful save.
Okay, so
And that's a 1.
3 damage. Okay, 1 damage.
Damn it.
Okay, so as a Dragonborn, you oh wait, I have fire breath. I should have been using this the whole time. I'm an idiot. But as you do it, actually, for some people, you can't quite get the flame out strong enough to hit all of them as.
Well, I had to burn my
like.
gag first, so I guess that's it.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the gags aren't fireproof.
No, there weren't any gags. You guys are ungagged.
Oh, really?
None of you were gagged besides Stella. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. But yeah, you burn through it, and one of them gets hit pretty hard. Unfortunately, it's not as strong as you could have done it, but the rest of them do get singed a little bit. Mm-hmm.
Are their clothes on fire? Are they dancing and jumping?
No, it's quickly patted it out. No, that's your thing. You don't get it.
Oh boy, been munching on some nice kettle corn. So now that it's my turn, and I remember how combat order works, I would like to roll a sleight of hand check so that I can wiggle my way out of these manacles and then get everyone else out who isn't.
Oh yeah, sure.
Out
Yeah,
yet.
go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand.
All right, I want to live.
Actually,
I'm assuming that they don't have, what are they called? Gnome-sized manacles on hand.
Actually, yeah, because, I'm thinking about it, it's loose, and your hands are small, so I think you can literally just pull that right out.
Okay, cool. So I
Pretended they fit in the first place. How about that?
I did a 22, so I think I'm good
Yeah, you would've
anyways.
gotten out anyway. I think you
So-
literally just fully escape from the manacles with that roll.
Yep. I slide my my small roguish hands out of those manacles. And wait.
One
Who
thing they
is
do
still bound?
Me.
Me.
all of them besides Kogar.
Alright. Oh, okay, cool. So what I am
The
going to
closest person
do.
to you would be rolling, I believe.
Alright. So I pull my thieves' tools out of my pocket, and there's a lock-picking set in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I do have proficiency.
So roll me a dexterity check with proficiency.
Cool. Oh. Yeah, that's a 6.
Wow.
You're a horrible rogue.
Yeah, it's a bad night. I tried my best.
But the cult is very much distracted and not noticing that Stella is out and about. All go for Kogar. Warning, Kogar, I'm rolling 5 dice, so there's a very good chance that you're going to get hit here, buddy. Okay, so right off the bat, I see a 50. Oh, shit. Wow, guys. Oh, that's kind of funny. I rolled a natural 1 on my black dice, and I rolled a natural 20 on my white dice.
Racist?
White is right.
And the dice say the dice say, dude. I don't know, just thought that was kind of funny. But, okay, so one of them stabs their friend, dealing 1 more damage to the guy who was already on fire. The guy who was already on fire, in fact, actually, he goes to stab Kogar, and he hits pretty dang hard, I would say. And, deals 8 damage, and the rest of them, 2 of them made it, so that'd be 6, 5. So that'd be a total of 19 damage against Kogar. You're basically getting shanked from all the rips into him. Right?
I love that.
How much health does Kogar have?
I still haven't broke for my extra health.
Oh, damn.
You said
He's
19?
basically like a tank.
You said 19?
Yeah, him, Volgar, and I said Volan and Kogar at the same time. Him, Volan, and I are all 7th level.
That was a mistake on my part, because they had already gone through stuff, but I wanted to balance it out since they were going through the mission so fast. So I apologize, but you guys are just going to have to level up at the normal rate. So, Kogar, it's your turn.
Kogar's turn. Oh my god, I can't believe it's my turn. Fuck everybody else, you know what I'm saying? 16 hit?
Yeah.
Is a 12 hit?
Yes, actually, barely.
21 on attack and 16 on attack.
21 and 16? Hey.
16. Who's laughing
So,
at me? Fucking dare you. Laugh again.
Alright, you slaughter one of the guards, and you go and slaughter one of the cultists who had taken a little bit less damage. Noctis, your turn.
Okay. I'm going to try again.
Is it still going, by the way?
Huh?
Is the recording still going?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Noctis.
Okay, I'm going to take my dart again and, try to lockpick it again.
Okay. Roll me a dexterity check.
18. Again.
18?
Yeah.
Okay, you successfully break free one of your locks, and you're free to try to get the other one if you would like, or you could literally just try to rip it off with advantage because you have 2 hands.
Yeah, I'm going to try to just rip it off.
Okay, roll me a strength check with advantage.
Alright. Nat 20.
Oh my god, okay. You are out of the manacles. You are just completely, totally free of the manacles. In fact, You whip out so forcefully that you end up slamming into the cross in front of you, and the half-elf in front of you looks up at you and says, "Oh, hello." That's your action, so I'm going to leave it at that.
Sorry, can I say something?
Oh, yeah, sure, yeah, you can say something real fast.
I want to say something in Elvish, like, "Hi, brother. Can I help you out there?"
He was falling back in Elvish. Oh, yes, that would be
I forgot my mic was muted. Yeah, I want to ask him if his name is Neosin, because we sure are looking for him.
Oh, yes. My name's Neosin.
Cool.
Oh.
Your friend whose name I forgot, from Greenest, sent us to help you.
Oh! That's wonderful. Please, if you could free me soon. Preferably right now before we all get killed and they raise the alarm.
Yeah, as soon as it's my turn in
The
combat,
alarm
buddy.
hasn't been raised yet?
Yeah,
Pathetic.
that's my question.
Roland,
You see an intruder take out 5 people already and you don't think to raise the alarm and you want to fight him? You fucking mental?
I don't... Thank you for suggesting that.
No problem, friend.
Okay. So, Roland?
Tolan?
Yeah.
Tolan?
Mike, you did?
Okay. So am I free?
No.
Yes. No.
No?
Wait.
No,
No.
hasn't come yet.
She's currently working on your manacles.
That moment half elf is stronger than half orc.
That's logic, you know?
Okay, and what enemies are near us?
The
Any?
4 cultists that are about 15 feet away. Also, there's a row of, there's 3 crosses ahead of you with people on them currently. So if you're trying to do anything with an AoE, you won't.
Think of your allies.
Okay. How close together are the? Oh, I can't do it.
Just do it.
My hands.
Just do it, sister.
No, my hands. I need
Work
my
out,
hands.
sister. Come on, sister.
Roll me another strength check.
Oh, but then I wouldn't be able to do this well anyway.
Work out.
I'll just do another strength check. Because
Okay.
I crit 1 again.
Hurt yourself. God damn.
It's not my night.
Your dice are so polar.
Possible. You are more stuck in the manacles.
Who loses
Well, I don't even know how. But
I like
the DC
locked
on
them
the wall
tighter.
just went up. Basically.
Oh, God.
Thanks.
I'm sorry. I was gonna do Stinking Cloud, but I need my hands.
Bagel. Shoot.
Oh, yeah, sorry. So how many guards and where are they again?
Okay, 4 guards. You're on the front row, so they're about 10 feet away from you.
Are they close together?
Yes.
Alright, I'm just gonna try to light them on fire again.
Dang. Are you sure that doesn't have a recharge on it?
Not that I know of. Here, let me check.
Pretty sure it's like a 5 to 6 round recharge.
Hold on.
Trying to do shit you're not supposed to. Yeah, fuck you. I see you.
Sorry, man.
I'm just playing.
Okay. What the fuck?
Oh, I didn't see this.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, I can't use it again until I do a rest. Darn it, okay.
Fucking knew it.
Another question. I'm assuming they took our weapons. Can we see them?
Yeah, they're at the base of the guard tower.
How far away is that?
20 feet.
Great. Okay. So for this turn, I'm just gonna try to break out of the manacles.
Roll me a strength check. Finally, Jesus. Second strongest person on the team hasn't even tried to break out yet.
I got a 5. Plus 4 is a 9. Can I?
Wow.
I have proficiency in athletics, so can I just add proficiency?
Yeah. I'm gonna say that was an athletics check. So
it would be
you
11.
literally just barely made it just now.
Lit.
So I'm gonna say you successfully, after struggling for a good 2-3 seconds, you rip both of your arm manacles off. Unfortunately, your feet are still definitely locked in there, so you can roll another strength check. I'm just going to take a whole turn to get you guys out. You can try to whip them off at advantage because they're using hands and feet.
All right. It's a 5. Advantage is an 18. Plus 4, 22.
Okay. You are successfully out. Unfortunately, that's the end of your turn. Stella, it's your turn.
Okay, cool. So, Volan, do you want me to keep trying to work on yours, or?
Please.
All right.
Because, apparently I'm not getting myself out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna roll again for that. Yeah, that's not happening this turn. That was a 3 plus proficiency plus dex, so that's a... Wait, can I do it as a sleight of hand, or does it just have to be a dexterity check?
I guess it could be no. You're using your thieves tool, so you do have proficiency bonus in that.
Alright. So that's a 6.
Oh?
Yeah.
I love it when you guys roll low.
You're lucky that
I'm sure you do.
the day we're recording is the day that we're rolling low.
I know,
We
it's
rolled
amazing.
pretty damn high.
I mean, I've been rolling pretty high.
Yeah, the half elf rolled a natural 20 and actually got to converse with your target before his turn was over.
Good point. So I just kind of say to Volan, dude, I think yours is stuck.
Volan's trying, holding back tears at this point. I just wanna.
No.
Okay.
Can I mock
Wait.
Bowen?
Guys, I've got an idea.
Yes.
I've got a rat
What?
in my pocket.
You do
Okay.
have a rat in your pocket. What do you like to do about that?
Shove it in somebody else's pocket, of course.
Can
I
rats
get
chew
a
through
rat?
steel?
To try and break her out, because I don't really know where Mud is in all of this. But technically, it's their turns too.
I forgot about
Mud
Goblin
ran away
Friend as
at some
well.
point.
Okay, bye, Mud. Nice knowing you.
But it's the cultist's turn, so one of them turns and runs. He is going up the guard tower, and he gets about 5 feet up the ladder, which is about 20 feet tall, so he's actively running up the ladder to presumably light the alarm.
Like
And the
the
rest of them attempt to attack Kogar. Yeah.
Somebody kill him.
Do you think they have fucking an actual alarm system? They have.
No, I would suggest yelling for
Wait, just
anybody
casually?
nearby.
How far away is the base of the tower where our weapons are from them, from the guy trying to get up the ladder?
From him?
Yeah, because didn't you say our
on
weapons were at the
the
base of the tower?
Yeah, there's a bunch of weapons, and the guy is currently 5 feet up the ladder.
Okay.
And the rest of them are 20 feet away. The front row of manacled are 20 feet away. You guys are 25 feet away. Okay, but the rest of them try to hit Kogar. Ah, damn it. Okay, well, I'm actually rolling pretty hot tonight, so both of those are hits. So 2d6 plus 4, basically. Okay, 8 damage against Kogar.
Ugh.
slicing you up pretty good. Kogar, it's your turn.
Pretty good. 8 damage is pretty good. You fucking weak.
To be fair, there are 4 of them on you, and they're all slicing his heart. Like, they're going at you. Kogar, it's your turn.
Gobbler Friend. I finally remember Goblin Friend exists.
Oh, yeah.
Kogar got a 28 on a hit and a 27. Does hit?
It's... Yeah, that's it.
18 damage.
Dead.
Goblin Friend goes to hit one of the guards. He got a 26. And then damage and gets, what is that? 2 to 7. 9.
9.
9 damage.
Okay. Wow, they are dead.
Amazingly, Kogar killed him.
Yeah, there's Uno person left with like he's pretty damaged as well, but there's also a cultist climbing up the ladder actively.
I'm just gonna pull like
Oh, it's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Go for the guy.
Alright. Can I try to rip off what the half elf's manacles off?
Don't
Somebody
worry
write
for the
the
guy
down. His
who's
name
about
is
to.
Neo.
His what?
Like
Nielsen? Okay.
Neo, like Neo from the Matrix,
Okay.
and Sin.
Why don't
Nielsen.
you go for the guy who's about to raise the alarm and is about to kill your friend there, buddy? Go for that guy. Try to
I mean, how far away is he?
keep that far.
20 feet away.
There you
No,
go.
25 feet away.
There
5
you
feet
go.
up the ladder. And your weapons are at the base of the ladder.
You can
Where's
go
all my
there.
darts?
Your darts get left on you.
I mean, I'm gonna try to jump, like do a superhero jump from the I guess the pole where he's hanging, to, like near the guy.
Mm-hmm. So you just vault over it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Okay.
go. I rolled a 17.
Okay, yeah. You're good to move towards him. He's about 20 feet away from you. And if you grab your weapon within range.
Wait, my weapons are in range?
No, your weapons are at the base of the tower. So if you go up to him, it's basically like you're going to be standing with him right, like his ass, in your face. That's the best way I can describe it.
Yeah,
Show
I'm
us
just
like
you're
a stick
right.
open.
Yeah, I just like sprint up to him, try to catch up.
Great, yeah. You're standing at the base of the ladder. You grab your weapons, and you can attack.
Yeah. So I grab my quarterstaff and just try to sweep at his legs.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and roll me to hit, and roll me a second d20 straight.
And I got a 13 on the first roll. And
Okay.
you want to roll again?
Yes, roll me a d20 without adding anything.
19.
Okay. So roll me damage at the same time. Also, whatever you do here, he's going to be knocked off the ladder.
Alright. So quarterstaff 1d8. I got a 4 on the
Okay, for
1d8.
total?
I'm gonna have 4d8 damage. And
Yeah,
yes,
but remember, because it's two-handed, it's +2, so 6 total.
6.
Oh wow, he's a dead. Actually, no. Here's what happens: you take your quarterstaff, you pick it up real fast. You see this guy climbing up. You take it. You basically swing it like a baseball bat right at his head. You hear the sound of wood hitting bone, and he falls off. And he looks to be unconscious at the base of the ladder. So who is next? I am away from my initiative sheet. Roland, you're next.
Okay. I guess a strength check again, maybe.
Roll me another strength check.
No, hold on. So how many enemies are left?
One is still up and fighting, and another one is knocked unconscious.
Okay, I'm gonna use my cantrip Vicious Mockery on one of them because I just have to shout at him.
Okay. So, yeah, you use Vicious Mockery at the person who is still fighting.
Yeah. Do I need to roll for that?
Actually, I think I have to roll against your spell save. So, what's the save and what against? I believe it would be probably a wisdom save against what?
I always forget this. What is it?
Your spell save DC is 8 plus your spellcasting modifier plus your proficiency bonus.
Eight.
So 8 plus 14. You failed.
13. Good.
You failed still, but what does it do? What does it do?
Well, I yell an insult at him like, "Hey, bitch, baby, your mom called. She wants her life back." And then, if they fail the wisdom saving throw, they take 2d4 damage.
Wait, really? You may well kill him.
Okay, hold on. Let me roll these
from
2d4. Yeah, it's called Vicious Mockery for a reason.
When the roast is
Sticks
too
and
hard.
stones. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but vicious mockery hurts.
Hey, good one.
5 damage.
Oh, he's dead. He literally got burned so bad by, "Hey, bitch, baby, your mom called. She wants her life back." That hurts his soul. That scars him. And he falls dead.
It's like, see, I'm not useless, even with my hands tied.
You say this to Stella, and she just nods and goes, "Uh-huh." Bagel, you're up next.
Alright, I'm gonna run for my weapons, since I'm out of manacles.
Okay. Alright, yeah, you have all your weaponry back.
And then everyone else is dead, I'm assuming?
Everyone else is dead or unconscious.
Is there anyone,
Go.
like, rushing towards us since we, like, extinguished everyone around us?
Yeah, I think you're all good, honestly. We're out of initiative order.
Okay.
Go wants to light signal fire.
So I run back and try to
Okay, cool.
take down get Nielsen down from his shackles.
And I'm going to try again to get Volan out.
Roll me a dexterity.
Now it's a 12.
Oh my god, you barely beat it. You barely fucking beat it. The DC.
Yay! Thank God.
Okay.
Can we do again with advantage for her feet? Because I think she's one of the last stuck in there.
Actually, you've only gotten one hand free.
Great. Let's go
Would
again.
like to do a strength check.
Okay, go for it,
Help her.
Kogar.
You just want to whip her out of her manacles?
21.
Yeah, what are you trying to do, man? What are you trying to
Whip
do?
her out of her manacles, man.
Okay, yeah, no, she's free. She's free. No manacles. So I believe everybody is unmanacled, including Leo's.
Sweet.
Yeah, I was just rolling my d20 while I was muted, and I just cannot roll high tonight.
Volan is on the verge of tears for being free, finally.
I gave her a hug. I'm maybe up to her waist, so I do the best I can, just like a nice little pat.
Oh yeah, no, you are not up to her waist. But she kind of pats your head.
Rad.
So, yeah. Noctis, you free Leos, and then he says to you in Elvish, "Thank you, friend."
No problem, I say back in Elvish. So, I'm new to the party, so why were you, kidnapped? Any particular reason?
Kidnapped? Good sir, this was a not smart but voluntary decision, although it went horribly wrong.
That's
Like
what us.
Yeah,
If you would allow me, I will explain.
Yeah, go on. Yes.
Okay. I have been up here for quite a while. In fact, you can see that his shirt and like the leather thing that he's wearing around his stomach is ripped. And I have been denied food and water in order to break my spirit. I believe that somebody knows. No, wait. Yes, somebody knows that I have been researching this cult's history and recent activity, and I do not believe it landed me in a good place. And his name, as far as I can glean, is Resnir, and he was wearing an odd mask of sorts whenever he speaks to me. He wants to know how much I have learned. He wanted to know how much I had learned, and whom I had shared my information with. He considered it a stroke of luck, I believe, that I was captured during the raid, when in fact it wasn't luck at all, at least not for Resmir. I had studied their previous attacks and concluded that the time was right for the cult to strike a bigger target, and I knew the Queenist was a prosperous yet poorly defended target, making it fairly proper for what they were trying to attempt. So when I deemed the time just about right, I visited the town with the intent of staying until something happened. My observations eventually paid off, and I separated from my people during the night and fell in with the raiders, hoping to learn more about the cult's plans and the location of their camp. But as I was among their ranks, this Resmir character had spotted me as soon as the sun came up, and I was quickly overpowered and captured. Although a portion of my plan worked reasonably well, I now know most of the information about the camp. Unfortunately, it's been a brutal exercise, and you can tell that he's definitely very hurt and does not look ready for a fight in any way. And he looks to me as
I very much admire your sacrifice.
Can Bagel heal him?
Yeah, I can
A little bit.
lay on hands.
You might need food. Remember that?
I've got rations. Many days of rations.
do you guys just want to give him a second to eat, heal him up?
Yeah, of course.
I can heal him up to 10
Yeah.
points. So how much is he?
Then after that, I light the fire.
Hit points? How many does he have? Is that what
One.
I asked?
Is
No.
that 1? 5?
Yeah, he has one currently. Actually, yes.
Remember the last time I rescued somebody after they'd been captured? He had 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Alrighty. So you guys feed and clothe him a little bit, and he looks to be in much better shape. He has total, after you heal him, I'm not even going to make you heal him. After he eats, much better. He's got 4 hit points, and he doesn't have any disadvantage rolls.
cool.
Alright, sweet.
God damn. Okay, what do you guys want to do?
I say we go try to... Wait, is everybody, gone from the main tent? Or is there, another, main person we can talk to in this camp?
Well, we've kind of failed all that.
True. We need to try raiding their tents.
He says,
Collect information.
please, just get me out of the camp, and I'll tell you everything else that you want to know. I wish I could stay and gather more information, but I believe that it is at too high of a risk.
Somebody convince him otherwise. As long as he's with me, he's fine.
I trust him. I'll go with him.
Yeah, I try to get Neeson out of the camp too.
Trust me, Bogar, just go along with this. Okay?
Whatever.
Okay. So all of you are going to try to escape the camp at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys just want to
Yep.
sprint?
Sure.
Depends upon what is the first question. Should I draw
So
more
you guys
cards?
all get down and you sprint as fast as you can across the camp. Thankfully, people... Actually, I'm going to roll for this. Son of a...
Exactly. I should have snuck out.
Lose my dice. Oh, okay. So everybody seems to be fairly distracted, and you escape the camp. But behind you, you see about 50 people chasing after you.
Oh, girl, make
great.
the honorable sacrifice.
Cool.
Stay behind and die. And fight.
Bogar.
Now is the time where I regret losing my flame. Breath. There are so many more people I could have hit.
If you guys can try to just leave.
Yeah, I think we have a better shot at getting the wagon, hauling us out of there.
You do realize I pulled the wagon.
Yes.
It is a rickshaw. Sarah, is it still recording?
Fairly long.
Yep.
Okay, good. Damn. This is a good session. This is fun.
Okay. Yeah, I just say we, I guess hide. I guess if the wagon is still hidden, try to lose them and hide by the wagon.
Or you guys could just literally run with the wagon. All of them are on foot. You guys can get in the wagon and run.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
I
Yeah.
pulled the wagon.
Sounds like a plan.
Let's hightail it
Make
out.
much faster.
It's not a rickshaw that you guys have. It's an actual wagon that you had taken to town. So it's got horses.
Now it
It's
has
also got a giant. Some of you that are new to this session, as you get in the back of the wagon, you see a giant battering ram just sitting there.
Is that the one from the
15
chapel?
feet.
Yes.
Yeah, it's 15 feet long, 5 feet thick, just sitting there.
That's no, I'm
So we give it to Kogar.
I say
Well,
we
you could use
use that guy.
I mean, I say we give it to Kogar because he'd be more.
No,
likely
that's
to-
mine. That's mine. That's mine.
Oh,
You misunderstand. He's the one that stole it.
I didn't steal it. I recovered it.
Yeah, the guys
Yeah,
are all
they're all
dead.
the whack.
Okay, but if you guys, are you okay to get you guys out of here? You guys are good to leave.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds good.
You all pile in the wagon, and just as you start pulling out, the cult is beginning to catch up to you. Their spiked scimitars and massive ranks starting to definitely, you can see them and you can hear them. They're very close,
Okay.
and you pull out just in time, and speeding along, you make your way out of the camp.
Well, I got a short bow.
Yeah, I was about to say someone cast a spell on them, just the lightning or fire thing.
You guys are very much ahead of them. They look to be, at least, it would take them a very long time to get to you. and from what you saw, they stopped coming after you.
All right, that sounds good. I say you try to get to
So-
the nearest town and recuperate and like get Neeson comfortable and back to like his people eventually.
Yeah, Neosin, right. Well, congratulations. As you guys are escaping, whoever isn't level 7, levels up.
Cool.
You guys are level 3.
How do we do that?
Because I killed all them people and they escaped. That's why I
No.
leveled up. Huh?
Oh,
That's not how it is, Jackson. Huh, Jackson?
using the milestone experience reward. So as you move
Why
on,
don't I get a milestone experience?
because you're level
reward?
7.
Yeah, you
Right.
just got to multi-class.
Yeah. What level do you get to multi-class at?
Technically, you have to have the prerequisites, my guy.
Prerequisites and be level 7.
Yo, what do we have to do to level up again? I've never done this.
Roll more hit dice, and then go into Paladin. You'll get something. Give me 1 second.
All right.
Yeah, we're both scouring Paladin.
Let's see here.
She has an oath, right?
Yeah, she hasn't picked it yet. Now she picks it because it's level 3, I think.
What does
Yeah.
that mean?
There's Channel Divinity that she gets now, and then
Survival health as well.
oh, you're now immune to disease, and now you swear the oath that binds you as a paladin forever.
Great. Okay.
Okay,
Looking to put missiles now.
maybe. Jackson, do you want to look at the paladin stuff, and I'll look at the monk stuff, or?
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So I'm gonna sum it up for you, Bagel. Actually, wait. I'm gonna allow you guys to use the Xanthar's Guide to Everything as well, if you would like. Xanathar's Guide to Everything, that is. So that gives you like 2 more classes that you can choose from.
What was that?
Hold on. Be right with you. This is the boring part. How long have we been going for?
Like
2 hours.
an hour and a half.
An hour and 23 minutes.
Yeah, Basil, you can deflect my missiles now.
Hell yeah.
So Basil, roll another. You're gonna roll your hit dice because that's just
Is that a D20?
D8.
Okay,
Oh my god, a
Bagel?
D20 hit dice. Whew.
that would be scary. Okay,
6? I think.
basically, you have
Out of
4
6.
choices.
Yeah.
The Oath of Devotion, Oath of Ancients, Oath of Conquest, and Oath of Redemption. Oh, and Oath of Vengeance.
Cool.
5. So, if you pick one, I'll tell you about it and basically sum it up for you.
What's conquests?
I knew it. I fucking knew it. Everybody always goes for Conquest.
Yeah, it's between conquest and vengeance, but like I'm lawful good, so vengeance is probably not a thing.
Actually, Oath of Conquest is oh shit.
And Basil, you do realize that as a monk following the way of the 4 elements, you can cast elemental spells, correct? You don't need to be a sorcerer
Oh, okay. Well, like, what level do I get that at?
right now.
Oh, shit.
I'm
Okay.
I'm texting you the information.
Alright, cool.
There you go.
Yeah.
The tenets of Conquest, if you choose this, is to douse the flame of hope, to rule with an iron fist, and you value strength above all. Basically, you're
The
gonna be a
exact
fighter.
opposite of what you've been doing.
Maybe I just like broke. Like I got out of there. I'm like, oh shit, and then just went rogue. Anyway,
I
what's
think that one will be
I see
sad.
too much. I'm losing it.
maybe what's vengeance? I mean, probably not my thing either, but
Okay, fight for the greater evil. Fight the greater evil. Faced with the choice of fighting my sworn foes in combating a lesser evil, I will choose the greater evil. No mercy for the wicked. Ordinary foes might win my mercy, but my sworn enemies do not.
All right.
By any means necessary. My qualms can't get in the way of exterminating my foes and persecution. If my foes wreak havoc on the world, that is because I failed to stop them, and I must help those harmed.
All right.
You send it over yet?
Yeah, I just texted it to you.
And of course, with every subclass that you choose, there are different spells that you would get.
Is there somewhere I can find that? Like, what are you looking off of?
I'm looking at Player's Hand.
Oh, okay.
You should look up a PDF of that, Sarah. They're all free and on the internet and kind of
Yeah.
Let's just... Here. Look up this website. Literally, that's where I basically taught myself off of. It has literally everything.
Cool.
Literally everything.
Mm-hmm. This is the part we'll cut out later if we, when we make Basil edit the whole thing.
Yeah. Just warning for future Basil, edit this shit out. And don't edit this part specifically.
Yeah, we'll make a big old notice as to when to come back in.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that.
Edit this part out.
We're not doing it live, y'all.
Because this is the boring part that will make no one want to listen.
Yeah, everybody here for the combat and the intrigue of the story.
And
Most
the
of
us
these are
really,
trying to learn how.
we can offer it as something off to the side, like we can have a playlist because we're starting on YouTube, so we can have a playlist of extras, and that can be in-depth character stats and stuff like that.
Like this specific segment. So, actually, Bagel, you're gonna have to send this
Vlogs.
audio or video to Basil first.
Okay, I'll just send it to the email.
Just send it to Jackson. Make Jackson do it if he wants it so bad.
Okay, fine. My email is thefinalronin@gmail.com. If you need anything spelled out, I'll spell it out for you.
No, that's on your
Jackson's
Skype. I got it.
Emails now.
Literally my Skype name. When it looks
Our future fans are going to go crazy. Now
Oh, shit. Edit this part out.
You edited it out if you care about it so bad, buddy.
Serious inquiries only.
I don't know how. I don't have the software.
I have the programs to edit it. So.
Basil, he's just going to go, my email is, and you're just going to put in beep.
Let's see. That would go horribly wrong. I should have given my Dungeons and Dragons one.
Okay, so for any of the the elemental things that don't say a specific level requirement, can I just add that?
I don't know. What climate did your character grow up in? I think that's how it goes, right?
It does? Oh. Because I know we can just add, I thought you just add them on as you go.
I don't know, honestly. Let me look.
Nobody's been a monk before.
I've never
even looked.
The fuck does a monk anyway? Ain't monks fucking retarded? They're like the weakest kid.
Actually, basically Superman. Monks are basically Superman.
Just playing.
He likes monks because of the closest thing to Goku.
Are you fucking serious?
Avatar, alone.
Avatar makes sense, but Goku does not.
Oh, Goku's a fighter.
Straight fighter, man.
Damn it! I hate all of you. Okay.
I hate you too, you stupid bitch.
Wow, that was. I honestly don't know what I expected. Okay, so which way did you choose?
Way of the Four Elements.
Okay.
Hey, Caleb. What's 15 times 9?
Okay.
I think I'm going towards Oath of the Ancients.
That's
Really?
the full nature one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, like,
That sounds
Oath of
good.
Devotion is not bad, but it's, like, too strict, and I'm not for that.
Okay. Yeah.
Go and fuck yourself, you fucking man.
Also, I can speak with animals, and hell yeah.
Oh shit! Here we go again.
Yay! Wait, guys, do you remember Squirrels
hold
in My
on.
Pants from Phineas and Ferb?
Yes.
Yes.
I actually
That's
don't.
Stella.
No, yeah, that's Stella. That's totally Stella. God damn it.
Hey, can't druids speak to animals?
Yeah.
Actually, I think so. Yeah.
Yay!
Speak to animals as well.
Can I speak to druids in, like, an animal language?
No.
Shit.
Speaking to animals is like a telepathic thing, unless you're a gnome.
Yeah, we do it through gestures and sounds.
I just
Yo,
start
yo.
screaming.
Yo, what's that gnome? Yo, gnome, we gotta have that animal sign language.
Yeah, I do. It's ASL, Animal Sign Language.
Wait, I actually have no idea. It says when you choose this tradition at the 3rd level, you learn magical disciplines that harness the power of the 4 elements. A discipline requires you to spend key points every time you use it.
Yeah, where do I put key points? Like, where do I, like, keep track of that?
You can do it under spellcasting or with other features and traits. If there's a big spot on your character sheet, you can just use that.
Write it down.
Alright.
Actually, how are we supposed to determine what he can cast? Can he just do anything?
I think it says on the thing. Let me look.
I mean, some of them only have, like, some of them have, like, 17th level required. Some of them are just, like no level required to do it. So I don't know.
Oh, okay. You're asking what kind of ones that you can cast?
Yeah, it's like, I'm just asking what level, like, 'cause some of them say a level required, and some of them say have no level requirement.
I actually.
Whoa.
Okay, I think you can only cast as many spell slots as your character has. So, like, you can cast up to at the moment. How many fucking spell slots do you have?
I have
Up to what level? I have no idea.
Yeah. How many spell slots does level 3 have? Hold up.
You do have spells at the moment, right? Like, you can go into your spell list and there are spells there.
I mean, I don't have any spells yet.
Here.
Oh.
Let me.
Okay, then I'm just gonna. Yeah, just let Stella do it. I honestly don't know.
Okay, let me.
It's the more
I'm
experience.
just good at skimming pages really fast.
I scanned it. I still don't understand it.
Key points column of the monk table. So at 3rd level you have 3, and your martial arts is 1d4, by the way.
Oh, cool.
So you've got
Not like
3
Bardic
key points.
Inspiration.
No, martial arts, it's unarmed attack, but since he's a monk, he's got special damage on it. It's not 1.
1d6, right?
It's 1d4.
1d4, okay.
So it's still, but I think you can do it as a bonus attack whenever you're attacking, right?
Let me see.
I think that's how it goes. You can do it as a multi-attack. I remember listening to a Dungeons and Dragons official session where the monk, every once in a while, she could take an unarmed strike.
There's unarmored defense. And then.
What?
If you use
monk
attack action with an unarmed strike or a monk weapon on your turn, you can make one unarmed strike as a bonus action. Okay, but that is if you are you can't wear armor. But if you aren't wearing armor, then your AC is 10 plus your dexterity and your wisdom modifier.
Yeah, that's actually pretty high, right?
I would recommend that.
I mean, you can make it 20. You literally can make that 20. Based off the wisdom and the dexterity, making me pull.
That means your armor class can go up as long as you progress in levels and you're still not wearing armor.
Okay, so just go unarmored.
Yes,
Yep.
and then what is your dex modifier and your wisdom modifier?
I don't have any. I have 0 for dex and wisdom is 2 plus 2.
Okay, then that's 12, which is still decent. And then so now.
Armor class goes to 12.
Okay.
Well, if you take off your armor, it goes to 12. But
So
actually, does he get an ability score improvement at this level?
at 3, no. They usually start at 4. Yeah, it's at 4.
What does barbarian's
Basil,
armor class go up by?
you're playing a monk. Why isn't your highest stat in dexterity?
No, I rolled it. I did it on my phone first, and it was like.
All right. No, that's fine. If you want, you can use dexterity.
You can reroll.
Okay.
You can reroll, right?
Oh.
Okay, so the first picture I sent you when it's martial arts and it talks
I
about.
just realized something.
I
I actually looked down at my paper, and it says unarmored defense, no armor, right? And it says armor class 10 plus dexterity modifier.
Dexterity plus
And
constitution.
so my modifier is actually 17, not 15.
No!
What?
Okay, apparently Kogar has an AC of 17. I'm never going to hit you fuckers now.
You can still hit me.
Hold on.
Okay. I'm just gonna add in for my elemental attack. I might add in 4th thunders. Which I like to use.
While you guys are leveling up shit, I'm gonna go grab myself a glass of water.
Yeah, please do that.
A cup of coffee.
Please don't drink coffee.
No promises.
Okay, so Basil. In your features and traits, I don't know if it's convenient for you there, but I know mine's kind of empty. So this might be the most convenient place for you to write this down. So with your monk weapons and your unarmed strike, so what weapons do you have right now?
Quarterstaff, darts, short bow, and my martial arts, and I'm gonna add in Thunder Wave, and so 2 more spell slots open if I use Thunder Wave.
Okay, what's considered a monk weapon?
Monk weapons are staffs, and
Yeah, I'm gonna say simple weapons because it says for the proficiency, simple weapons and short swords. So, you can roll a d4 in place of the normal damage of your unarmed strike or monk weapon, and that gets better as you level up. Maybe not much better, but you can use dexterity instead of strength.
My strength is higher than my dexterity.
Then you should use your strength for your attacks then. And then your unarmed strike can be a bonus action. So you can hit someone with your staff, and then you're like, well, no, I'm going to hit you with my hand. I'm just going to smack you. And you can do both of those in one turn. So you can like hit someone, and if they die, you can run to another guy and then just slap them.
Awesome.
Or take like the bonus action first.
So I have 3 spell slots open, right?
You have 3 points of ki, and you start knowing.
Is it Ki or Kai?
I think it's ki.
I think it's
I think
just both.
it's Kai.
Okay. Ki kai.
Kai. Ki. Crikey, mate.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to read more about the ki kai or whatever in 1 second. Oh, here, it's right up here. So you have 3 features off the bat before we even get to your Way of the 4 Elements. You have Flurry of Blows. Immediately after you take the attack action on your turn, you can spend 1 ki point to make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action. So you hit someone with your quarterstaff, and you want to use a ki point for your Flurry of Blows, and then you get to double slap someone.
Fun.
And then Patient Defense, you can use 1 ki point, kai point, to take the dodge action as a bonus action, which you sure do something. And then Step of the Wind allows you to use 1 ki point, kai point, to take the disengage or dash action, can't say dash, as a bonus action on your turn, and your jump distance is doubled. So you just know all 3 of those right off the bat.
Fun.
And then, okay, what's your speed right now? Add 10. Yeah, that's add. As long as you're not wearing armor, that increases by 10 feet. So right now you can travel 40 feet in 1 turn.
Nice.
Hey, that's mine. Yo,
Oh wow!
Same as mine. I
Run
got
for your money,
booties.
Gogar.
I wonder how it would happen if I gave him my magical booties. How high would he go?
Oh boy. Okay, deflect missiles. You can use your reaction to deflect or catch a missile when you are hit by a ranged weapon attack. When you do so, the damage you take from the attack is reduced by 1d10 plus your dexterity modifier, which is 0 right now, plus your monk level. If the damage is reduced to 0, you can catch the missile if it is small enough for you to hold in 1 hand, and you have at least 1 hand free. If you catch a missile, you can spend 1 ki point to make a ranged attack with the weapon or piece of ammunition you just caught in the same moment.
Does this count for magic missile too?
No, I don't believe so.
Can I
If I
deflect
throw
that?
a javelin at you, you'll catch the javelin and throw it back. If somebody shoots you with an arrow, I don't think you can do it with an arrow.
You can do it with an arrow.
No.
It just has to be a ranged weapon attack. But I believe
Like for
it doesn't count for magic.
damn.
I mean, I don't believe it would. You make, and then no matter what your proficiency with a weapon is, you make that attack with proficiency, so that would be like +2 for you right now.
Yeah.
And you get a range of 20 feet and a long range of 60 feet.
Up for the win.
Up in the morning to you.
Okay, so the top of the morning too. Okay, so now with the 4 elements, let's see. Oh, this is just a fun little bit of fluff. Many monks of this tradition tattoo their bodies with representations of their ki powers, commonly imagined as coiling dragons, but also as phoenixes, fish, plants, mountains, and cresting waves. Okay. So right now you know the elemental attunement discipline and 1 other elemental discipline of your choice, which I'm going to explain later, apparently. So At 6th level, you can learn another one, and then 11th and 17th. Whenever you learn a new elemental discipline, you can also replace one elemental discipline that you already know with a different one. And then some of your elemental disciplines allow you to cast spells. You don't need material components, but you use other rules for the spell. So let's. Okay, okay, that doesn't apply right now. Elemental attunement. That's the first one you have, so you want to write this down. Right now, I'm only going to tell you the ones that you can use because a lot of them are a lot of them require you to be 6th level or higher. So, elemental attunement. You can use your action to briefly control elemental forces nearby, causing one of the following effects of your choice. Create a harmless, instantaneous sensory effect related to earth, air, fire, or water, such as a shower of sparks, a puff of wind, a spray of light mist, or a gentle rumbling of stone. You can instantaneously light or snuff out a candle, a torch, or small campfire. Chill or warm up to 1 pound of non-living material for up to 1 hour. And then cause earth, fire, water, or mist that can fit within a 1-foot cube to shape itself in a crude form you designate for 1 minute. So kind of like an elemental prestidigitation, but not as useful. Are you good on that?
Yeah.
And you have all the pictures, so I sent them all to you.
All right. Cool.
You should have them. I sent them by text.
I have them. Yeah.
All right. Cool. So you can pick. There's 1, 2, 3. There's 6 that you can do. But you can only pick one of them. So the first one is Fangs of the Fire Snake. When you use an attack action on your turn, you can spend 1 key point to cause tendrils of flame to stretch out from your fists and feet. Your reach with your unarmed strikes increases by 10 feet for that action, as well as the rest of the turn. A hit with such an attack deals fire damage instead of bludgeoning damage, and if you spend 1 key point when the attack hits, it also deals an extra 1d10 fire damage. So you get fire extending from your arms and legs with this one. The Fist of Four Thunders allows you to spend 2 key points to cast Thunder Wave, which is a pretty good spell that goes a little something like this whenever I flip to it in the book. Thunder Wave.
I return and I know what Thunderwave is. Yeah,
A wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from you. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage and isn't pushed. And in addition, unsecured objects that are completely within the area of effect are automatically pushed 10 feet away from you. And the spell emits a thunderous boom audible out to 300 feet.
Pretty cool spell, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to make some noise. Good spell.
Yeah. And then, okay, that's Fist of Four Thunders. The Fist of Unbroken Air says, you can create a blast of compressed air that strikes like a mighty fist. As an action, you can spend 2 key points and choose a creature within 30 feet of you. That creature must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 3d10 bludgeoning damage, plus an extra 1d10 bludgeoning damage for each additional key point you spend. And you can push the creature up to 20 feet away from you and knock it prone. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage and you don't push it or knock it prone. So, that's a strong boy. And then, Shape of the Flowing River. As an action, you can spend 1 key point to choose an area of ice or water no larger than 30 feet on a side within 120 feet of you. You can change the water to ice within the area and vice versa, and you can reshape the ice in any manner you choose. You can raise or lower the ice's elevation, create or fill in a trench, erect or flatten a wall, or form a pillar. The extent of any such changes can't exceed half the area's largest dimension. For example, if you affect a 15-foot square, you can create a pillar up to 15 feet high, raise or lower the square's elevation by up to 15 feet, dig a trench up to 15 feet deep, and so on. You can't shape the ice to trap or damage a creature in the area. Sweeping Cinder Strike is another, is one of the other ones, and it says you can spend 2 key points to cast Burning Hands, which is, as you hold your hand.
Did you get shit done for Paladin?
Huh? Oh, yeah, I'm gonna go with the ancient one.
Nice. Actually, a path that nobody's ever chosen before.
Really? Fun.
Neat. Okay. Burning Hands, you hold your hands out with your thumbs touching, and then fire shoots from your fingertips that aren't your thumbs. Each creature in a 15-foot cone must make a dexterity saving throw. A creature takes 3d6 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. The fire ignites any flammable objects that aren't being worn or carried. So there's that one, which is really cool, and then there's one more after it that you can theoretically do. There's 2 key points as an action to create a whip of water that shoves and pulls a creature to unbalance it. A creature that you can see that is within 30 feet of you must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 3d10 bludgeoning damage plus an additional 1d10 bludgeoning damage for each additional key point you spend. And you can either knock it prone or pull it up to 25 feet closer to you. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage and you don't pull it or knock it prone. So just to recap, you've got fire arms and feet, cast Thunder Wave, that's the cone of lightning that does damage and then makes a big old loud sound. There's the Fist of Unbroken Air, which allows you to use compressed air as a fist, and you can push things and knock them prone. Shape of the Flowing River, that's water and ice, and it's kind of lame, if I'm being completely honest. Sweeping Cinder Strike is Burning Hands, and that's where you light guys on fire with your fingertips. And then Water Whip, which is a whip of water. Kind of similar to Fist of Unbroken Air.
If I may. Sorry. But basically, those last 2 are the best.
The what?
Sweeping Cinder Strike and Water Whip.
Yeah, because in theory, everything else may sound really good, but basically all of them have a base damage of 1. Like, that's the lowest damage that you could get, period. But the last 2 have a base damage of 3. So 3 damage, which is higher than 1, obviously, is the least that you could do with that attack. Plus, they have really good effects with them. So pick one of those 2. I myself would go with Water Web.
I think I'm going to go with Sweeping Cinder Strike.
Ooh.
Alright, that's cool. So I will, next, if you're going to write that down, which I recommend, say 2 key points. And then 15-foot cone must make a dex save. If the save is a failure, 3d6 fire damage. And then successful save, half damage. Any flammable objects not worn or carried are on fire.
Alright, cool. Pretty good besides that?
Yeah,
What?
got all that.
And I think that's the end of that I think he needs to roll 2d8 to get his hit points up. But for the most part, that's just your max HP. So for the most part, I think we're done.
Yeah.
I have a question about.
Guys.
I just have a quick
Yeah?
question about hit points. How is max hit points different from just?
If I may.
Yeah.
Max hit points is basically like your actual will to stay alive. Like that's your actual
Oh, okay.
completely and totally. When somebody uses a healing spell per se, and you're at 6 health, your maximum is 10. They heal you 6 health. Unfortunately, because your maximum is 10, it only heals you up to full, not past that.
Okay.
But there are some spells that provide temporary hit points. Temporary hit points are a buffer between your actual hit points and the damage. They can be lost and gained basically infinitely. And those are also gained by rolling your hit dice on a short or long rest.
Okay.
If you're full health.
Glad I can keep those temporary hit points from that long rest we did that one time, because man, I love those.
Temporary hit points are nice, if I do say so myself. But besides that, everybody's good, level to go.
Hold on, I have another question about hit points. Okay, so it says hit points for higher levels is 1d10 or 6 plus Constitution modifier per paladin level. So if I take the 6, would it be 6 plus my modifier is 3? Would I do 3 per paladin level, or would it be like the whole thing per paladin level?
Okay, so if you wanted to just not roll at all, it would be 9 hit points per level.
Oh, okay, cool. So I have 27 hit points. Yeah. And so would that mean 27 would be my hit point maximum?
Right. For my die, I rolled an 8. I rolled another one.
Oh, perfect 8. Yeah, roll another.
Got a 6.
So add that to your max.
So
because you're not resting right now.
Plus your Constitution modifier, by the way.
Plus 1.
Oh, wait. Are we completely redoing his hit dice or just adding them to what he already has?
Yeah, I think those are just adding them, right? Because every level, you add your Constitution modifier no matter what for your hit points.
Alright, so I add 15 to my current 10.
Yeah,
No.
so you have 25 hit points. Yeah.
Maybe.
25 hit points.
Nice.
Nice boost in health. Those are some good rolls on his part, to be honest.
There you go, buddy. You finally broke 25. There you go.
Sarah, check
go
if it's
at
still
71,
recording,
but
and
still.
if you need to give it a break,
It's slightly
stop
harder to
here
kill.
It's still
and
going.
save the file.
2 hours.
Slightly hard.
Okay.
You're not a one-shot for me.
I would recommend taking, giving it a break and saving the file,